I'm going to start with background. So the movie timeline follows. This movie is about a military court case brought to D.C. from Guantanamo Bay following Lieutenant Dawson and Downey, both Marines, tried by Kevin Bacon, the Army JAG, and defended by Tom Cruise, Navy JAG, overseen by Demi Moore, Navy JAG Internal Affairs, Jack Nichols, who plays the base commander of Guantanamo Bay. And it starts in an opening scene kind of detailing where Tom Cruise is pleading out a case because he doesn't really try cases. He only pleads them out. But he not only is pleading out this case, he is also pleading it out while playing baseball, just showing his nonchalant attitude towards the military and his job. Demi Moore, who asked to be assigned to the case but was not assigned, she is Tom's commanding officer or higher up. And she tells him as much and says, I will be watching this case closely because she feels tied to this. Now, this isn't super important, but it kind of ties into why she's there throughout the whole movie. Lieutenant Dawson and Downey are the two Marines who are being charged with the killing of another officer, Private Santiago. Now, they are shown almost hazing and accidentally killing him at the beginning because of a code red, which will also kind of be explained. Jack Nichols is the commanding officer and orders a code red to be issued to Santiago for trying to get transferred off base by going against the chain of command and offering to rat on a fellow Marine. Tom Cruise visits Guantanamo Bay, where he witnesses Commander Jessup his ego for the first time. Tom Cruise and Demi Moore work together to try to put together a trial case because this is the first time Tom Cruise cannot plead out the case because the defendants, won't take the plea bargain, and he also kind of has this internal conflict if he should even take the deal that's being given to him, because why would the military fold so easy if they truly were guilty and had no case? Tom and Demi have a kind of an intimate conversation. This kind of starts the whole love triangle that I'm going to talk about later. They go to court. They battle over together about whether or not they should call the commander to the stand. Because if he is accused of ordering a code red and they cannot prove it, then they could be court-martialed. And this is just, the laws of the military. You cannot accuse a commanding officer of a felony crime with no evidence whatsoever and without standing. It's kind of like their version of legal retaliation. Tom Cruise gets the commander to admit to ordering the code red on stand by playing on his ego that we mentioned earlier. Demi and Tom agree to date, which is so great for the love triangle, and the commander is then arrested, and the two lieutenants are cleared of the charges, but they are dishonorably discharged from the Marine Corps. Now, I was going to show you two clips of ego, however, it's not able to play. This first clip detailed where the Commander Jessup first shows his ego. He first shows it when we were at Guantanamo Bay by saying, quote, if I eat breakfast 400 yards from men who are trained to kill me, you are not going to come down here, flash a badge, and think that you can scare me or intimidate me in any way. He talks about how, you're going to ask me nicely for the things that, basically what he needs to legally provide them for this court case. And he says, you have to ask me nicely. And so Tom Cruise has to basically beg for transfer orders. He's like, can you give me the logs and the transfer orders that you have written up, please, sir? And he's like, it was such a show of obedience that Jack Nichols demanded, and it was insane to watch. The second clip I have here was going to be of Jack Nichols confessing on stand after Tom Cruise plays on his ego, interrupting him, not calling him sir or colonel, just like making all of these personal holes in what Jack Nichols really deems important. And he explodes how dare you ask, how I provide the freedom that you sleep under every night? Like, how dare, like, I eat breakfast 400 yards away from men trained to kill me, and if you're not going to help me defend the country, then, how dare you ask me how I provide that freedom? How dare you ask me how I run my unit? Yes, I did order the code red. Yes, I did do that. And do you have any other questions? Because, like, whatever. This is where he kind of shows his blatant disregard for the rules because he thinks he is above everybody else and the law. This just is a great example of ego. The other examples of interpersonal communications from this course that I found very interesting within this movie, other than the ego that Commander Jessup shows throughout the movie, that Daniel picks up on and plays on to get him riled up and get him to confess, I actually, as cliche as it is, loved the love triangle points of the theory that was in the movie. It is a bit of a stretch, but in my brain, I saw it. I saw the 3 points being hit when Demi Moore, first sees the passion that Tom has defending these men on trial. She sees the potential for passion between them. She sees the intimacy that they created on those late nights, researching for this case. And she learns more about him, and they create that connection. She also sees his commitment to doing the right thing when he calls the commander to the stand despite the risk, and they feel the beginning stages of attraction to each other. So she sees the capacity to fill the 3 points of the love triangle. Conflict type policy conflict. Tom Cruise has a bit of a policy conflict within himself on, whether he should try the case or if he should just plead it out. He's only ever done pleading it out, but he does kind of battle within himself over the right and wrong of that. He also battles with whether or not he should put Commander Jessup on stand, if he should risk himself to try to, clear these men's name by putting him on the stand, or just, doing what's safe. I think the lies of omission, where the two characters central to the entire movie lie by omitting facts upon questioning from their attorney, and when it is found upon intense research by the attorney that this actually hinders their case by them not saying anything, which is so bizarre. They have no survival instincts to not leave out these facts, but it is so ingrained in them that if they are not directly asked, then they do not answer. When Jack Nichols never outright says yes or no to ordering the code red, he's also lying by omitting, and until his ultimate confession, he continues this throughout the movie. There was a clip about the risk of trial being explained to Tom Cruise, and he said, yes, I understand, and that's where his internal conflict also is shown. So that's why we're excited. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking your time to watch this and to teach this semester, and I wish you the best. Thank you.